My favorite song. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light you see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, just stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. Okay. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to sing my favorite song. My name is Marjorie Maltez. I'm very glad to be with you. So I will try to respond in the best way the questions you ask. For this, I I I had a paper here with the questions, so you will notice that I will read the questions. I have the questions with the answers. Okay, the first one says, "What is your favorite thing about being a teacher?" Well, for me, the favorite thing is see the student learn. When I see the students speak English or any other language, this is the most important thing for a teacher. When they speak in a proper way with the right pronunciation and see their faces smiling and enjoying the English learning. That's for me. Okay, second question. What is your teacher experience? Well, I have experience with kids, teenagers, but more with adults. If you see my curriculum, my CV, my resume, you can see that most of my experience have been in university, and I have most my experience with adults, but also I can teach children, I can teach kids, but well, let me tell you some universities that have hired me. For example, here in Nicaragua, I have worked in the best university from here. That was in the 2000 year 2000 in the 90s. Well, let me tell you, I'm not so young. I don't know if that is a problem for you. I'm not so young, but I enjoy to work with children, with kids, but adults enjoy to be with me because they understand my way to teach them. And if there is some opportunity to teach adults people, I will prefer to do that. But in any way, I can teach kids and teenagers too. That's my experience. I have taught in many universities. For example, American College is one, Casey University, Udo University, Usimis University, where I have been teaching technical in English. I have been also interpreter, so I have some knowledge in medicine, and I can teach terminology about medicine. And also I have had the opportunity to teach also technical English to accountants, accountant, and high school and primary school and high and secondary school. But as I say, my experience have been most in universities. Number 3. What do you find most challenging about being a teacher? Well, the most challenging thing is to find a student that can learn. That is has been something that always has been difficult, and I have tried to do several strategies to see what to do, and at the end the students get to learn, maybe not at the same pace as the other students, but they get to learn the English. What do you think is challenging about learning a new language? Well, learning a new language is not only learning a new language, it's learning a culture, it's learning people, and different people, food, different people, ways to behave. And in this case, the students are in front of the culture of the United States. And this is important because most of them need to travel to those places to see their relative, and it's important for them to know English, also for working. So challenging, the most challenging about learning a new language is that you not only learn the language but also the culture. What's your perspective on error correction in the classroom? Well, this is something that I always said. Don't correct the students at the moment because they feel bad. You can tell the students after the class, by a message, by WhatsApp, you have this mistake, but don't tell that in class. Why? Because they feel bad. They feel it's not good in front of the other partners to do that, because this is something that does discourage the student, and this is not good. That's for me is that the opinion. For me is the opinion about error correction. What would you do if a student seems nervous or reluctant totally? Well, when we are face to face in a classroom, this is more difficult. But sometimes in the camera, you can also send a message or talk to them and see in a calm way, a relaxed way. You don't have anything to feel bad. So the world is not to end if you speak. So try to listen the rest of the students, and you're gonna see that with the time you're gonna see it. You're gonna do it better and better each time, because you have the abilities, you have the skills. That's what I will say to the students. Number 7, is company culture important to you? Why or why no? Of course, it's very important. The company culture is very important to students, because they feel identify with some kind of enterprise or company that help them to find a good job. So if the company have a, a good may say, if the other people talk good about the company, I would like to study there. So let me continue about the manifesto. I have selected 3 of your company values. The first is empathy and communication. Empathy communication. Empathy communication is something that I empathize with, because you can feel how the company and all the people from the company is communicating, not only teacher and a student, but dean and students with the students, a coordinator with a coordinator. They are seeing communication. And also empathy communication, I think, is something related with how the teacher communicate with the students, because teachers don't need to be static in the same way. They had to vary, they had to change their way to teach, like you did to me at the beginning, to sing a song. That's something different that I had never seen in any interview. So that made me feel like, that made me feel like relaxed, peaceful, and I felt well singing my favorite song. The other is inclusivity. Inclusivity is like the question you ask about challenging about learning a new language. What happens if the student can see well, or the student can listen well, or the student can have some disability? Inclusivity is important because we are giving the opportunity to the students to learn, and people with disability have or may have the opportunity to learn, and this is important. This is important for for the same students, their parents, the teacher, and the company. Passion. If you don't have passion to teach your student, you are not a teacher. If you have passion despite the money, it doesn't matter. What matters is everything you put, all your abilities, your skills. That is passion. When the students are learning, when the students are asking, when the students are speaking, that make you feel passion too. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk to you in this way, and I would like to be selected. I have been to be trained in something, and I'm available. I only wait for your call. I hope so. Well, thank you very much for having me here.